things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sun Devils will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Bearcats offense will take the field first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Floyd. Quick completion on the out route. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So Arizona State's offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Looking downfield on first down. Rolling right and going deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off. But I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing and understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Now on second down. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
The thing I like like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Gets drilled as he releases it and the ball just trickles to the ground. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Looking for a man. It's Floyd. Makes the grab down the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give on the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Henry. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last week. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Yeah, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up.
Breaks into the open. Running through contact. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They're going to ride this running back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 32, first and 10 coming. On the ground, it's Whitaker. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Got his man in the middle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado State. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're working that left side. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg and rolling out. It's caught. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Let's go. Looking to throw, it's Floyd. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Off the RPO, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Bringing it back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'll go back to work. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. With the catch, it's Whitaker. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Mahoney. Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up the big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Sun Devils need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking to throw, it's Floyd. Gets it out quickly.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
2nd down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the left. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Fires complete on the crosser. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Working the big fella downfield and outside. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down. The Bearcats have pushed it inside the 20. Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just let him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete.
And that was a good effort. That was a good throw, good catch, but he just ran out of real estate. And if I'm a QB, you want to miss outside. You definitely don't want to miss inside, but, man, he didn't miss by much.
Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That brings them to within 1. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on fourth down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Moving away from pressure. He's going to run it. Crosses the 40. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Give to the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down and more. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
With the catch, it's Mahoney. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll try to move on from that first down play. 2nd and goal from the 12. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He's got it and still on his feet. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. From the gun. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And the Bearcats backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. On the run, it's Henry. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you.
Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Creates a little space. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll throw it. It's on target and complete. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Mahoney. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll try to get it through the air. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half.
And the Bearcats will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Back to pass on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you throw into running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. To the ground. He's got it again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be fit.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making the
touchdown, Arizona State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to pass, it's Floyd. Makes the grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, 3rd and short, the defense is
turning it on. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Tight end now in motion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Bearcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll go to the ground. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Back to pass, it's Floyd. A strike downfield. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game, they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Gets it out fast. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Makes the grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. That's why you want to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. It lets you beat a blitz. It lets you get a first down.
And that makes me think, do I want a blitz? How do I...
He gets it in! Touchdown, Bearcats!
And Reese, this is the part of the field where the tight ends become such a big part, right? The big size. I'm going to isolate these guys, find a way to get good matchups. You can tell they did it there, and the result, 6 points.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man on the right. Oh, what a cut! They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Picks up the first down, still moving. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Sun Devils kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Runs through the tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Power football with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Tries to get it on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Oklahoma. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Completes it in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Back to throw, it's Floyd. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll do it himself. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Third down after the run. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Arizona State. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for room. It's Henry. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Floyd. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Bearcats are rolling down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden,
touchdown, Cincinnati! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and as much time as possible. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Dropping back, it's Floyd. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You're taking control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late. Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Once he got some room, it was over. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To throw, it's Floyd. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Bearcats want to move quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Looking for more room. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Arizona State. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Floyd. That's caught, it's Henry. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Arizona State.
After this, it'll be a wrap. To the ground with the back. Across the 45. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams